Greetings, y'all. Thank you for tuning in to TH4 TV, True Health Forever. My name is Devon Walker. I'll be your host for today. And in this episode, we will be talking about opportunity zone. Now, I've been doing some research and it pops up on my feed. What are opportunity zones? So I wanted to take this opportunity to do a very high level run through of what opportunity zones are. This will be a series that we continue to do. The next one will be how to invest in opportunity zones. The next one after that might be the pros and cons of what opportunity zones are. And then the final build-up is going to be, can opportunity zones be a vehicle to create and build the next Black Wall Street, the board game? Or the next Black Wall Street, sorry. If you don't know, we created Black Wall Street, the board game built on the real history of Tulsa, Oklahoma. Go get that. But anyway, basics, opportunity zones. What are they? So every governor of each state and U.S. territory was given the opportunity to go ahead and designate opportunity zones for their state or for their region. These were supposed to be low resourced, low income zones where the average income was, I think, not below the poverty line, but the average income was like below $65,000 a household or something like that. You can look it up, go to the IRS website, and it'll give you how these zones were actually chosen and created. There's also going to be a map on there where you can see, I'm in California, where are the opportunity zones around me? If you're in Texas, where are the opportunity zones around you? But basically, opportunity zones are going to be census tracts or regions that need the most support and need development to come into those communities. And there's some YouTube videos and news clips from kind of back in the day in 2017 when this was kind of being rolled out with Carson on there, kind of again explaining what opportunity zones are and the mission behind them. And what he said was the mission is to bring resources and bring opportunities to these neighborhoods, to these communities, that way they can build up and be better. Okay, so that is the basic motivation for doing these opportunity zones. Now, what are the benefits of investing? So what makes opportunity zones so special? Capital gains tax deferment. How many words is that? Capital gains tax deferment. 4 words, TH4, that was all on purpose. But so what capital gains are, very basically, if I buy a house for $100,000, I keep that house for 3, 5, 10 years, and then I sell that house for $200,000. Okay, I bought it for $100,000, I'm selling it for $200,000. The difference between those two values is capital gain. So I have a capital gain of $100,000. Typically, you're going to get taxed on that. Okay, or for the real estate people who are watching this, there is a 1031 exchange that you can do to where you don't get it, but that's only for real estate. Now, what this new opportunity zone policy does is, what if I have stocks? Let's say I bought 1,000 stocks in True Health Forever, which we're not a publicly traded company yet. What if I bought 1,000 stocks in True Health Forever for $1,000 each? 5 years later, or for $1 each. 5 years later, they're now worth $10 each. Okay, so you invested $1,000, and now 5 years later, that $1,000 investment is worth $10,000. You have a capital gain of $9,000. Typically, you would have to pay capital gains tax on that $9,000. But what this opportunity zone policy does is now you can take that $9,000 and you can invest it inside of opportunity zones, either directly or indirectly. And we'll talk about that in another episode, okay? But the power behind opportunity zones is your ability to defer your capital gains tax. Now, there are some levels of deferment, and what Carson talked about is they are looking for long-term investments. They don't want people that are coming in, for a year, $5,000, $100,000, $5 million, but only invest for 1 year. So there's tiers to the deferment that you get within the opportunity zones. If you invest for 0 to 5 years, you get, I think it's 90% tax reduction. So let's say again your capital gains was $100,000. Instead of paying on the full $100,000, you'll only pay on $90,000. which, you know, $10,000 you get to put in your pocket, save, reinvest, do your thing with it. If you do from 7 to 9 years, then you only pay tax on 85% of your capital gains. So again, if you have $100,000 of capital gains, you would only pay taxes on $85,000. So again, that's $15,000 free in your pocket. And then lastly, if you invest for over 10 years, according to Ben Carson, 0 capital gains. More than 10 years. Long-term investment is what this policy is all about, okay? So that's basically it. Those are opportunity zones in a nutshell. They are low-income census tracts created by the government or designated by the governor of each state or U.S. territory to bring resources, investment, and opportunities to the communities that need it the most. This is a very high level video. There are tons of articles that you can go ahead and read. You can go to the IRS webpage directly and read the FAQs or all the kind of intricacies and policies of what opportunity zones are and what they're supposed to do. The next series or the next episode, we're going to talk about how you can personally get invested in opportunity zones, either using your capital gains or other creative ways you can benefit from this new policy. Thank you again for coming to TH4 TV. Make sure you like and subscribe. This video will be posted first inside of our Black Wall Street, the board game Facebook group, and then afterwards we will post it on YouTube and other platforms as well. So please like and subscribe to support the channel. Oh, great! You're still here. So let's do what like the Avengers movie. Like at the end, we're gonna give you a little bit of extra value, a little bit of extra sauce. So definitely double check with your professional, your tax professional, or your finance professional. Okay, double check with your folks. But from what I've been able to research, so I sell board games. Okay, Black Wall Street board game, you can get it. Now, what I researched is if you sell physical products, the profit margin that you get can be considered a capital gain. Okay, so I'll say that one more time. And again, do your own research. But if you sell physical products like this rare hat that I got from my friend, the profit that he got on this, the difference between what he bought it for and what he sold it for, it could be $5, it could be $20. That money could be considered a capital gain. So if you sell 1,000 of these and your profit per hat is $10, that's $10,000 that at the end of the year, typically you would need to pay capital gains tax on. With this new bill, you can take that $10,000 and invest it into something else or into an opportunity zone and then defer those capital gains. Now, that is my interpretation of the policy. There are some folks that have the same interpretation, but there are folks that have different interpretations. Tax codes are very interesting. So what you should do is do your own research and talk to a professional tax consultant or a professional financial advisor. All right? Thanks for tuning in to the very end. I appreciate you. You like that sauce. I will have fun for the rest of my life.